What's up everyone, how's it going? So today's video is actually going to be the start of a new series that I'm doing, and this is going to be called Movie Update Concepts for Star Wars Battlefront 2, where basically each video is going to be a new Star Wars movie, and I'm going to be going in chronological order, and just basically create a conceptual update out of every single one of them. So like I said, this is a new series, and I really hope you guys do enjoy it. I'm not sure how often I'm going to be uploading one of these, maybe like 2 a week or something like that, but be sure and leave a like on the video if you do enjoy and want to see more of these, because I'm really excited to get into them. But of course, the first video is going to be Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace Update. But before we get into it, I have a quick note to put out on this video, and that is regarding the new update coming out this month. Ben Walk did post earlier this morning that the community transmission for this is going to be uploaded tomorrow, and then the update itself will be released Wednesday. It's just a quick note and just a quick news update for you guys. So let's jump into the Phantom Menace update. So we're going to start off pretty big, and this is going to be a new hero for this update, and that hero is going to be Qui-Gon Jinn. Unfortunately, he did get killed off in episode 1, so while I love his character, we just really didn't get to see a whole lot of him, but he did become a fan favorite, specifically because he's Liam Neeson, and he just looks really cool, and had that awesome battle with Darth Maul. But as for him being a new hero, there's a lot of interesting things they could do with him regarding abilities and emotes and all that. One emote that I would love to see is the ability to speak does not make you intelligent. I think it's pretty funny and would be hilarious to emote an enemy after you kill them in like Heroes vs. Villains or something. It reminds me a lot of Darth Vader's "You are as clumsy as you are stupid," so just kind of a banter emote would be really great to see, as we don't have too many of those. But an ability that I would love to see is actually a 4-speed one that we do see him do in the beginning of Phantom Menace. Obi-Wan also did this, and this ability could be really useful for a lot of situations, especially if you're being taken over by a bunch of different enemies, reinforcements, and heroes. So you just hit that button, and it's kind of just like a rocket launcher. You just fly forward really fast. And a Reddit user over on the Battlefront subreddit, Jake95, actually made an entire concept for Qui-Gon Jinn on all of his emotes, abilities, and all this other stuff, so I'll be sure and leave that link in the description below because it's a really great read and really well made, and I feel like it deserves a lot of attention. But overall, Qui-Gon Jinn would be a really great hero to see on the Battlefront. I have seen a lot of fans request him, and as for his counter, I can't really think of any. I mean, there's a few enemies that we see in the Clone Wars and stuff, but basically DICE likes to counter heroes and enemies as the same kind of class type. So lightsaber heroes will counter lightsaber villains, and then blaster heroes will counter blaster villains, of course. So if you guys can think of a really good counter, be sure and leave it in the comments down below. And then next up on my list for the Phantom Menace update concept, this is going to be a couple new skins. I actually have 3 of them. So the first one is a highly requested Darth Maul skin that shouldn't even be too hard to make. I'm sure we'll get some Maul skins in the future, but this is actually going to be his hooded one that we do see whenever he does try and run over Anakin as a little boy. I'm not sure what is going through Maul's head at the time, but Qui-Gon Jinn does fight him after that, and he's got his hood on, so this would be a really great skin, and like I said, it wouldn't be too hard to make, I don't think at least. And I think this skin could be a reasonable 20,000 credits. I don't think that is too far off the charts from what all the other epic skins are rare. I'm not really sure what tier it is. That do cost $20,000, or credits I should say. But there's actually a variant to this skin that I would also love to see. And this is actually a glitch that has happened to me playing as Darth Maul. And that is actually a single bladed version of it, where only one of his blades is activated. I think it looks really cool, and there's actually a video on Reddit of someone doing it. I don't really think I will be able to find the link to that, but I'm sure you guys have seen it if you are active, as it was on the front page for a while. But basically, this is either a mod or a glitch, I'm not really too sure, but this did actually happen, and the animations actually worked really well with it, surprisingly. So I think a variant of the skin would also be really cool, and I think a lot of people would prefer to buy this one. So they could even bump it up to 40,000 credits if they want, and I'm sure many people, including myself, would be willing to pay that much, especially because it is a new Darth Maul skin, which is a highly requested feature for this game. And on the final skin that I thought could come for this game, this is actually going to be another Obi-Wan skin, and this is actually going to be his Padawan appearance, of course, that we do see in the Phantom Menace, where he has his short hair and that little braid on it. And then they could even include a new lightsaber hilt, and I will put a picture of that on the screen right now. It looks really cool. It's one of my favorite hilts in Star Wars, and I think a fair price for this skin would be 40,000 credits, considering the fact that they would have to make him look a little bit younger, change up his hair, and then of course give him a brand new lightsaber hilt model. And it would be cool if they actually changed the color up a little bit on it to give it a more lighter blue or kind of sky blue that is in the Phantom Menace, because if you compare that one to the Revenge of the Sith one, the Revenge of the Sith one is a lot bolder and a lot darker, so it'd be cool if they did that. But yeah, I don't think 40,000 credits is bad at all for this skin. But let's go on to the next topic of this video, and that's going to be a new Starfighter Assault map. This is something that a lot of people have been requesting for a long time, and in fact, it's already somewhat in the campaign if I remember correctly, and this is going to be the Trade Federation ship over Naboo. Now, in the campaign, you actually have something similar to this, except there's no Trade Federation, of course, because it's a whole new era. It's just Empire stuff, but they already have the design of the planet and stuff already laid out, so it'd be really cool to see this. Basically, this planet for Starfighter Assault would feature the N1 Starfighters and then the Vulture droids. I'm sure they can even add the Tri-Fighters if they wanted to, but I'm not really too sure if they were present in the Phantom Menace. But they would still be pretty cool to see and add some variety. And as for the Republic side of the Interceptor ship, I'm not really too sure because I don't think the ARC 170 fighters and all that, those weren't present at all because the Clone Wars hadn't even started yet. But this space battle in the Phantom Menace was really awesome, and of course we see Anakin fly in somehow and then blow the entire thing up, which is pretty crazy. And of course that would be the main objective of it, just like all the other Starfighter Assault maps, and I think it could be a really fun and great addition to the game, especially considering the fact they already kind of have it laid out already with Ryloth and all that, and then of course Naboo being in the campaign. And then next up, I have a couple little things that would also make a huge difference in the game, and this is actually going to be about the Naboo hangar map. So personally, I would love to see this map in the offline modes like instant action and all of that. I think it is laid out perfectly for it because you can have a command post in the actual hangar, and then a command post to the sort of left room of that, and then one in the generator room itself. But in addition, that I would actually also like to see is that they actually make the shield gates activated in the very, very back where Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan have their final battle at. This whole area is actually already pretty much done and made in the game, but the shield does lock it off and there is an out of bounds thing, but some players have been able to go back there with mods and all that, and it is pretty much finished. Like I said, it's really small, so I think making this available for offline only would be fine, because if you added it in online heroes versus villains, you would have a lot of trolls just going to the back and just camping there, and yeah, it would be pretty annoying. So having it for offline and just not allowing the droids to go back there, or you can allow them to go back there, I don't really care either way. I just think it's a missed opportunity and a really iconic place, and you can even force push people down that whole area, which would be pretty hilarious to see. But that is my episode 1 The Phantom Menace update concept. I try and keep it reasonable in how DICE developers do their updates and not add a jillion different things. But I do think having one hero, a couple skins, and a new Starfighter map, and a few other options isn't too far out of the line, and I think it's very possible for them to do. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. Be sure and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What was your favorite thing that I had on this list, or what things would you actually add to this list? Just go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'll be reading all of your comments. But that is pretty much going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure and leave a like, and my Attack of the Clones update concept should be coming out within the next week or so. I do know that the update is coming out on Wednesday, and then the CT is coming out tomorrow, so I'll have to be covering those things first. But yeah, in the next week or so, I should have that up there. But if you're new, subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.